What if I told you that time, the thing you've organized your entire life around, was invented by a railroad company in 1883? Not discovered, invented. Before that, every town kept its own time. Noon was when the sun was highest over you. It was personal, local, and real. Then the trains needed schedules. So a bunch of businessmen in suits in a room decided that that is enough of that. And they carved out the entire planet into 24 obedient slices. And every government on Earth just said, yeah, sure. Now here's where it gets weird. Einstein comes along in 1905 and tells us that time isn't even a constant. It literally moves slower near heavy objects. A clock on a mountain ticks faster than a clock at sea level. NASA has confirmed this. Your GPS satellites have to account for it or they'd be all off by miles. So we have a universe where time bends, stretches, and is fundamentally relative to where you're standing, and we respond to that by making sure everybody shows up to work at 9 a.m. The philosopher Alan Watts said, and I'm paraphrasing, that the modern man has turned himself into a clock that thinks it's alive. The ancient Mayans had 17 different calendar systems running simultaneously. 17! Because they understood that the different cycles of reality required different measurements of time. The Hopi people didn't even have a word for time as a thing that passes. In their language, there was no past or future tense the way we use it. Events either exist or they don't. Philosophers have been screaming this for centuries. Kant said time isn't a feature of the universe, it's a feature of human perception. It's the lens, not the landscape. So let me ask you something. If time was carved up by a railroad company, runs differently depending on gravity, doesn't exist the same way in other languages, and may literally be a construct of human consciousness, why are you stressed about being 5 minutes late? You're a conscious being in an infinite cosmos, experiencing a dimension that bends around mass and may not exist outside of your own mind. And someone's going to write you up for missing the stand-up meeting? Think about that.